Hey guys, this video is a little bit different. It's going to be one of those feel-good videos I decided to share with all of you. So, around Thanksgiving, me and my wife decided to go to her parents' house. And, she has her family over there and everything. One particular, I found out her brother is an avid computer gamer. I did not know this until he showed me his computer rig, which, in my eyes, was just awful. To give you a better understanding, there was dust and dirt all over his computer, and his intake fan, his only intake fan, doesn't work at all. It's completely broken. He was running a Ryzen 2100, I believe, with his GPU was a GTX 550, and he was running 16 gigabytes of RAM, but it was all DDR3, which means his motherboard was DDR3. I can't remember the model of his motherboard exactly. He was also running 250 gigabytes on a solid state drive. So I decided to build him a new computer, right out of my own pocket. A little budget build, nothing too crazy, but and I also decided to buy him some upgrade peripherals because he was using an office monitor, roughly maybe about 20 hertz. It was one of those Dell office monitors you could find everywhere, or perhaps in your office closet. So I decided to buy him roughly a $600 budget build. Now, why did I do this? Well, growing up, I understand the difficulties of trying to game on a PC that's not adequate. My transition from consoles to PC involved a Toshiba laptop, so I personally know the struggle with what my brother-in-law was going through. So the next morning, we decided to go to another city and to a computer hardware store. He did not know exactly what was going on. All he knew, or thought he knew, was I was trying to build a brand new streaming PC, a budget build streaming PC. So for this build, we decided, or quote unquote I decided, to go with the Ryzen 3 3200G 3.6 GHz quad-core processor, a Zalman Optimon 2 CPU cooler. So I didn't exactly want to go water cooling in this since it was a budget build, and he wasn't exactly going anything crazy, at the most CSGO, but really he was playing mostly 16 to 32-bit games. For the motherboard, I decided to go with a micro ATX, specifically the ASRock B450M motherboard. For the memory, I decided to go with the Corsair Vengeance LPX 16GB, so it's an upgrade from DDR3 to DDR4. For his video card, I decided to go with the Radeon RX 550. It's a 4GB graphics card, which is more than adequate to run CSGO and all his 32 and 16-bit games. For the case, I decided to go with the Thermaltake. It's a nice case, very good airflow for the price it offers. Power supply, I just went with a 500 watt power supply, not modular. And for his hard drive, I decided to go with a 1 terabyte solid state drive. So after purchasing all these events, he still did not know or did not even consider that this build was for him. We took everything back to my parents-in-law's house and decided to build it together. At the same time, I was educating him about the different components of the computer, how everything complements to each other, and he was really into it, and that made me really happy. So we kind of connected through this build. We kind of built our relationship. Now, by all means, I did not purchase all these things just to buy his love or disapproval. At the end of the day, I'm still married to my wife, regardless of his approval or not. So as you can see right here, we initially turned it on. His reaction was priceless because he's never had an RGB computer, so to speak.
It looks.
You recording right now?
Yeah.
Great. Turn on power.
Hallelujah.
Oh, look at that.
Ah!
That's sexy.
Just
This is beyond sexy. Listen to it!
So I let him play on the computer initially. After I did all the necessary adjustments to the cables, necessary adjustments to the software, installing all that boring stuff. And of course his first game to play was CSGO. For the peripherals, I decided to go with a 60 Hz monitor, nothing too crazy. I got him one of those cheap RGB quote-unquote gaming sets that comes with a mouse pad, and a mechanical keyboard, nothing too crazy. And this is his reaction once we tell him the computer's his.
What the fuck do you mean thank you? This is his computer.
That's yours.
No.
Yes.
Shut up, dude.
Hey, am I lying?
No?
Shut up.
Jake, you gonna say thank you?
Thank
The
you.
whole thing is yours.
Get the fuck off me.
You said you wanted to wait until you downloaded your game to tell you. Yeah, that whole thing is yours.
Shut up. That makes it I could
I hope everybody enjoys Feel Good video. It's always important to know that, you know, even the simplest things, building stuff together can really improve relationships, which I think this really did between me and my brother-in-law. I know he's enjoying playing all his games on a computer that doesn't sound like a weed whacker. I know this build will last him for a bit, and I trust that he'll take care of it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Happy holidays.